शुद्ध भक्त चरण रेणु शुद्ध भक्त चरण रेणु भक्त सेवा परम सिद्धि प्रेमलती करमूला भगत सेवा परम सिद्धि प्रेमलती करमूला शुद्ध भक्त चरण रेणु माधवती भक्ति जननी यतने पालन करी माधवती भक्ति जननी यतने पालन करी कृष्ण बसति बसति बोली कृष्ण बसति बसति बोली गौरवामा जे सब स्थाने करिलो भ्रमण रंगे गौरवामा जे सब स्थाने करिलो भ्रमण रंगे से सब स्थान हेरिबो आमी भगत संगे से सब स्थान हेरिबो आमी भगत संगे शुद्ध भक्त चरण रेणु मृदंग वाद्य सुनीते मान अवसर सदा जाचे मृदंग वाद्य सुनीते मान अवसर सदा जाचे गौरभीत कीर्तन सुनी हृदय नाचे गौरभीत कीर्तन सुनी शुद्ध भक्त चरण रेणु जुगल मोती देखिया मोरा परम आनंद भय जुगल मोती देखिया मोरा परम आनंद भय प्रसाद सेवा करिते हय पंचजाय प्रसाद सेवा करिते हय सकल पंचजाय शुद्ध भक्त चरण रेणु भजन देखी गृहते गोलोक भाया जे दिन गृहे भजन देखी गृहते गोलोक भाया चरण सिंधु देखिया गंगा सीमा चरण सिंधु देखिया गंगा सीमा शुद्ध भक्त चरण रेणु तुलसी देखी जुनाय प्राण माधव दोषणी जानी तुलसी देखी जुड़ाय प्राण माधवतोषनि जानी गौरप्रिय शाक सेवने जीवन साधक मानी गौरप्रिय शाक सेवने जीवन साधक मानी शुद्ध भक्त चरण रेणु भजने अनुकूल पाय जाहा भक्ति विनोद कृष्ण भजने अनुकूल पाय जाहा प्रतिदिवसे परम सुखे प्रतिदिवसे परम सुखे शुद्ध भक्त चरण रेणु शुद्ध भक्त चरण रेणु हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे राम Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Jaya Radha Damodar Radhe Jaya Radha Damodar Radhe Jai Jagannath Jai Baladev Jai Subhadra Jai Sudarshan Jai Jagannath Jai Baladev Jai Subhadra Jai Sudarshan Jai Gauranitai 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 Jai Gauranitai Jai Gauranitai 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 Jai Gauranitai Jai Jai Prabhupada 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 Jai Prabhupada Jai Jai Gurudev 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 Jai Jai Gurudev Harinam Sankirtan Yagya ki Jai Shri Prabhupada ki Jai. So we will read the translation of this beautiful bhajan. I could not sing it properly, but it's beautiful. So, translation. The dust of the lotus feet of pure devotees, enthusiastic devotional service, and service to the pure devotees of the highest order are the roots of the creeper of devotion. The holy days like Ekadashi and Janmashtami are the mother of devotion for those devotees who respect them. Let the holy places of Krishna's pastimes be my places of worship and bless me. May I always visit all the holy places associated with the leader of Lord Chaitanya and his devotees. When I hear the sound of the mridanga in my heart, I always desire to join in kirtan. And when I hear the bona fide songs describing Lord Chaitanya's pastimes, my heart dances in ecstasy. Whenever I see the transcendental Sri Vigraha of Radha Krishna, I am in bliss. For by taking their lordships prasad, we can conquer over the material elements. We can conquer over the material elements. One day, while performing devotional practices, I saw my house transformed into Golok Vrindavan. When I take the Charnamrit of the deity, I see the holy Ganges waters that come from the feet of Lord Vishnu, and my bliss knows no bounds. By seeing the Tulsi tree, my heart feels joy, and Lord Madhav is also satisfied. When I eat the prasad favored by Lord Chaitanya, it is a new life experience. Bhaktivinoda concludes by saying, whosoever attains the stage of enthusiasm for these devotional practices will be supremely blissful wherever he may be. So this beautiful bhajan by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And what should be the aspiration of a devotee? A devotee, their only longing, they aspire to get the association of devotees, to get the Charanamrit of the Lord's lotus feet. And whatever is favorable in Krishna consciousness, like having darshan of Srimati Tulsi Maharani, observing different austerities which is helping to advance in Krishna consciousness, like observing Ekadashi, celebrating different festivals, Janmashtami, like that, and going to all spiritual places wherever Lord performed his beautiful pastimes, and especially even Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all different places he visited. So devotees, they love to go to those different places, and in association with devotees, they love to hear the different pastimes of the Lord. And they become blissful just by hearing about Lord, about devotees, and the beautiful pastimes. Their only aspiration is this. And even Ekadashi is very, very auspicious. It is Madhava Tithi and Bhakti Janani. Bhakti Janani means when we observe Ekadashi, it develops love for Krishna because she is very dear to Krishna. So observing Ekadashi, offering obeisances or worshipping Tulsi is a great devotional service because we develop love for Krishna. So all these different things. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying that the day I hear the sound of mridanga means kirtan. Kirtan. Wherever kirtan is happening, kirtan means chanting the holy name of the Lord, discussing about the Lord, and that place becomes Golok Vrindavan. So right now here, this place is like Golok Vrindavan, yes? This is not material world. This is not material place now. Wherever, whichever place we are in, if discussion about Krishna is going on and devotional service is being performed, that place becomes Vrindavan, Golok Vrindavan. So devotees, they are always in Vrindavan. It's not just physical presence in Vrindavan, going to Vrindavan, then only you are in Vrindavan. When you are always remembering Krishna, thinking about Krishna, chanting his glories, his divine names, then you are in Vrindavan. Even if you physically go to Vrindavan, but if you are not thinking of Krishna, you are thinking something else, then you are not in Vrindavan. Physically you may be Vrindavan, but spiritually you are not in Vrindavan. So being in Vrindavan means you are totally absorbed in Krishna consciousness. So beautiful this is. And so today's, even this chapter which is we are discussing about, this is pure devotional service. So we know that this Bhagavad Gita is the essence of all Vedic scripture, right? All the Vedic scripture, if you want the essence of all Vedic knowledge, that is Bhagavad Gita. And the essence of all Bhagavad Gita is the middle sixth chapter. That is Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is the essence of all teachings, especially this Bhagavad Gita, right? And when you talk about Bhakti Yoga, even essence of that is out of 18 chapters. This ninth chapter is the essence of all chapters in Bhagavad Gita. And even in that Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, today we will try to cover that sloka. The last verse of this ninth chapter, Manmana Bhagavat Bhakto, that is the essence of all bhakti. So we are reading this very, very important subject matter chapter. So we could see in this chapter how so Krishna, he is glorifying this most confidential knowledge. Most confidential knowledge means knowledge about bhakti. Loving devotional service, this is the most confidential knowledge, and he glorified. And also he explained about his different energies, yoga, yoga aishwarya. He explained about that, and also he explained about the different kinds of worshippers. There are non-worshippers and worshippers. So now we are not starting. I'm just giving a summary of this, but you can start from verse number 26 onwards. We can quickly take a recap, and then we'll move forward. So this is yes. So he spoke about different kinds of worshippers. We know that there are two categories of people, non-worshippers and worshippers. Non-worshippers, they do not believe in Krishna, they do not have faith. And there are worshippers, but again, different categories of worshippers are there. So we had a detailed discussion about it. Ultimately, indirectly, somebody is in direct worship of Krishna, somebody is in indirectly worshipping Krishna. So ultimately, people worshipping Krishna because everything, Krishna's energy, manifestation of Krishna's energy. So direct worship and indirect worship. So these two. So then Krishna is speaking about direct worship. That is called Ananya Bhakti. Direct worship of Krishna. That is glories of Bhakti. Now Krishna is speaking about that. What is the glory of direct Bhakti? Worshipping Krishna directly. So we could see that. First of all, when we are directly engaged in Krishna consciousness and Krishna Bhakti, so if you see the glorification of bhakti, first is that is very easy to perform. That is very easy to perform. Anybody and everybody can perform. But if you talk about any other processes, that is very difficult, right? And everybody cannot do that because prior qualification is required. But when it comes to bhakti yoga, no prior qualification, no prior background is required. Anybody from any point of time can start this. And the good part is, with the minimum effort, we can achieve maximum benefit. Minimum effort, maximum benefit, right? And we had seen so many examples, even devotees at the time of death, even at the last moment, they performed bhakti yoga and achieved the perfection. So no age criteria, no caste or birth criteria. Even we see Prahlad Maharaj just at the age of 5 years. And that too, he took birth in a demoniac family. His father was Hiranyakashipu, the king of the demon. Then also, simply by performing devotional service, he achieved ultimate perfection. So this is the beauty of Bhakti Yoga. So anybody and everybody can perform. And what Krishna is asking for in return, what exactly he is asking for? Yet he is saying, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. So anybody can do. Not required much. So Krishna is asking for Patram Pushpam Phalatoya. Not exactly this, but he is asking for love. Right? This is what he is asking for. And of course, it's not easy. We are saying easy. Loving, it requires lots of piety. I mean, no. So maybe at this point of time, because of our conditioning, because of being in this material world for so long, we don't have that love for God, that love for Krishna, because this is the nature of this material world. That's why we are here in this material world, because we've forgotten our relationship with Krishna, with God. And that's why we are here in this material world. We have so much attachment, so many material desires, that we do not have that much. That love is there, but at this point of time, we may not have that. So Krishna is giving another solution. Okay, if you don't have love, Yat karosi yadasnasi, yat yuosi dadasi, yat tapassisi kaunteya tat kurusva madarpanam. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer or give away, and whatever austerities you perform, do that, O son of Kunti, as an offering to me. So this is Karma Yoga, Nishkam Karma Yoga. So if somebody is not in Bhakti Yoga, so at least Krishna is suggesting that one should do this. Whatever you do, whatever you offer, at least you dedicate it to Krishna and then do it. Your job, your business, right? So just offer it to Krishna. This is not pure devotion, but at least engaging our activities in service of Krishna, that is Nishkam Karma Yoga. Means whatever activity I am doing, offering result to Krishna. I'm not attached with the result. I'm just doing my duty out of duty, right? For the welfare of all. That is called Nishkam Karma Yoga. So by doing this, one becomes purified. Yes, heart becomes purified and gradually we develop Krishna consciousness, right? So in this way, you will be free from bondage to work and its auspicious and inauspicious results. So if somebody is engaged in Nishkam Karma Yoga, offering result to Krishna, gradually he will be free from this bondage. With your mind fixed on me in this principle of renunciation, you will be liberated and come to me. And what is the result? Result of performing activities in this mode, offering activities to Krishna, one will be liberated and will come to me. Gradually will come to Krishna. Means will come to Krishna consciousness. So this is the process of working in Krishna consciousness. Yukta Vairagya. We don't have to reject anything. Whatever we have, whatever opulence, knowledge, intellect, whatever we have to just engage that in service of Krishna. And by engaging, we will be purified. Whatever you engage in Krishna's service, that becomes purified. If you engage your body, body is purified. Engage your mind, mind is purified. Engage your intelligence, intelligence is purified. And when you connect yourself, means soul, to Krishna, soul though it is always purified, but the consciousness is contaminated because of being in this material world. So that gets purified and we come closer to Krishna. Now, Samvaham sarva bhuteshu na me dveshyasti na priya ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya maite teshu chapyaham. I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. Because somebody may say that, okay, means Krishna is partial because he is favoring his devotees, right? Because he's saying that when you come to me, then I will take care of you. It's partiality. But we know that this is not partiality. Krishna is, he is reciprocating with everyone. Ye yatha mam prapadyante. This is the principle, right? So he is giving opportunity to everyone. He's just like a cloud pouring water to all the places, right? So, or we can compare to the sunlight. Sunlight is for everyone. But if I hide myself from the sun, I cannot say that sun is partial because I am hiding from sun. Sun is not partial. Similarly, Krishna is showering his mercy to all. But it's very natural. Somebody who is loving Krishna, accepting Krishna. So reciprocation, this is called reciprocation. If somebody loves you, then definitely you will reciprocate with. If somebody hates you, you may not hate the person, but you will not have that kind of reciprocation. So it's like Krishna is God. He is fulfilling the desire of everyone. Somebody worshipping him, accepting him, not accepting him, but he is fulfilling desire of everyone. Because he is the source of everything. He is giving food, he is giving water, he is giving sunlight, everything he is giving. He is not discriminating. But yes, devotees, because they are reciprocating with Krishna, they are accepting Krishna, they are grateful, and that's why Krishna also reciprocates. So this is very, very natural. And when somebody takes shelter of Krishna, see how merciful he is. And this is very important shloka. Api chet suduracharo bhajate mamanandibha sadhureva sa mantavya samyak vyavasito hi sa. Verse number 30. Even if one commits the most abominable action, if he is engaged in devotional service, he is to be considered saintly because he is properly situated in his determination. Now this shloka we will discuss a bit more. So Krishna is saying that even if one commits the most abominable action, if he is engaged in devotional service, he is to be considered saintly. Somebody, a devotee, is committing most abominable action. What is most abominable action? What you can think of, most abominable action? Killing somebody, doing murder, all these are most abominable action, sinful activity. So somebody, if somebody is maybe a devotee committing sinful activity, most abominable, which cannot be forgiven, and Krishna is saying that he should be considered as saint. Is it okay? Shall we consider him a saint? He's saying that we should consider him saintly. Why? Why? There is a condition. What is that condition? If he is engaged in devotional service, yes, properly situated in his determination. So this kind of fall down is accidental fall down. Accidental fall down. Even because, see, let's understand this topic. For example, we were away from Krishna consciousness, or we were not knowing about Krishna consciousness, and now, with the help of Bhagavad Gita, by the mercy of Guru, Acharya, we got to know about devotional life, about devotion to Krishna. Now we are practicing devotees. And maybe because of our conditioning, because of our past impressions, sinful activities, sinful desire, we commit a sinful activity, which is not, which is really abominable. So in this case, but the devotee is continuously engaged in his devotional practices. So Krishna is saying that because this is not deliberate. This is because of the previous impression or because of the previous sinful desire. Accidental fall down. We should not criticize that. We should not criticize that. Accidental fall down. And but again, Prabhupada is explaining that we should not take advantage of this because Krishna is forgiving. Right? Krishna, he's saying that if somebody is determined, somebody is engaged in devotional service, and due to some previous past expression, if somebody fell down, we should not consider him bad. We should consider him a saintly person. Because one time, two times, Prabhupada is giving further explanation about it, that it's not that somebody taking advantage of this particular situation, that deliberately committing mistake again and again and we should excuse. No, it's not like that. But somebody accidentally falling down, and we should excuse or we should consider the person as saintly person because he is fixed in his determination, he is fixed in his devotional service, devotional practices, right? So means Krishna is so inclusive. He is not rejecting. He is giving opportunity. He is giving chance. We can learn so much from this, right? He is forgiving. He is accepting, right? So, determination. With determination, if somebody is engaged. So, point over here is, even in our practical life, we can see many devotees. Maybe they are very advanced, and due to some reason, they might commit some mistake because this place is. To err is human, right? Anybody and everybody can commit mistake. But what should be our approach? How we should consider things, right? So immediately we should not get into criticism, or we should, because the whole life somebody was so much dedicated and did so much, and so much advanced he was, and because of some fall down, some mistake, immediately we should not take some wrong step, or we should not immediately criticize the person. So this is what the learning we are getting from here, that yes, if somebody means there are different steps, gradual steps can be taken for the improvement of the person or to help the person to improve or to advance. But immediately we should not criticize and reject the person. The point is that. So Prabhupada has given a very nice explanation about it, that even devotees, they should be very serious, they should be very much alert, they should always be in association with devotees so that even if they have some previous impressions, regular hearing, regular chanting, being in association with devotees will protect the person. Because anybody, if you come in contact with material things, material association, Maya is very, very powerful. Even big yogis, munis, doing so much austerity, and just because of some temptation, they fell down. So it's not something means anybody in anyone's life this situation may occur. So, but we have to see. We do not have to reject anyone, but we have to help the person to improve. And if somebody is fixed in Krishna consciousness with determination, what will be the result? Even somebody is very much bad or engaged in sinful activity, but if he is engaged in Krishna consciousness, what Krishna is saying? Kshipram bhavati dharmatma shasvat shantim nigakshati kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranishyati. He quickly becomes righteous and attain lasting peace. What is the meaning? He quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. So anybody, any background, when he comes in contact with Krishna, when he is engaged in his devotional service, devotional practices, he becomes Dharmatma. Kshipram bhavati Dharmatma. Immediately he is purified. His consciousness becomes, it is purified. So many incidents we see, like one story we know about Megrari. He was a killer, a serial killer. He was just killing. His hobby was killing animals. But simply by coming in contact with a devotee, pure devotee, Narad Muni, and he was transformed. Simply, Narad Muni asked him to chant the holy name, to give up this business, and he observed, he followed that, and he became such a great devotee of Lord Krishna. And even one story we see in Chaitanya Leela. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by his instruction, Nityanand Prabhu every day he used to go and preach. Nityanand Prabhu is Lord Balaram himself. He used to go and preach in Nadia, in all different places, home to home, door to door. He used to go and knock and teach people, request people, please chant the name of the Krishna, please chant holy name, like this. So one day, he could see two personalities. They were Jagai and Madai, and they were drunkards, and they were very much, they were engaged in all sorts of sinful activities. You cannot name any sinful activity they had not done. They were engaged in all bad activities, sinful activities, criminal, means murdering people, stealing, or robbing people. Every activity they were engaged in, very sinful, and people were very much fearful of them. When Lord Nityananda Prabhu saw these two people, and he thought they are the right candidate to preach. They are the right candidate to preach. If they get into Krishna consciousness, that message will spread throughout. And like we see, if somebody, some prominent or some known people, if they come to Krishna consciousness, then people, yadiyada acharati shreshtas. So here the case is different. So they were crooked people, they were engaged in all sorts of bad activities. And Lord Nityananda Prabhu, he tried to preach them. And when he went to them, simply requesting, please chant the holy name. And they were so much, both were in drunken situation. And they started chasing. They started chasing to kill Lord Nityananda. And Nityananda Prabhu, he was just running away with Srila Haridas Thakur. Both of them running away. It's a beautiful pastime. When you read, you will laugh. So nice discussion and things going on. But the point over here is, these two people, they tried to kill Lord Nityananda. This was the first incident. And somehow they escaped. And next time again, when they were on preaching service, they again went to Jagai and Madai. And Srila Haridas Thakur, just trying to make him understand that these are the two people somehow we could save ourselves, and you're going to the same. He said, let's go. And then he went to that place. Again he started preaching. And that time, it was Madai, he took a broken earthen pot and he tried to kill Nityananda. He just hit with that pot on the head of Nityananda Prabhu, and his head just started bleeding. And even in that situation, when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu got to know about it, immediately he appeared And he took out his Sudarshan Chakra just to kill all these two brothers. But Lord Nityananda Prabhu, holding the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is praying, no, no, don't do this, please. Excuse them. You are not here for this purpose. In this incarnation, you are not here to kill the person, to kill the demon, but to kill the demoniac mentality by chanting the holy name of the Lord. Please forgive them. But Lord Chaitanya was very, very angry. He said, no. Because this is what Krishna is saying, that I can excuse a person who is committing sin or committing any offense against me, but I cannot forgive those people who are committing offenses against devotees. And Lord Nityananda Prabhu, he is saying that, no, this Jagai, he is a good person, he was trying to save me. Lord Chaitanya, when he heard about it, he got merciful. Oh, he was trying to save you. So he became merciful on that. And taking the benefit of this situation, even Madhai, he said, okay, please excuse me. Please accept me. You are Patita Pavan. You are here to shower your mercy upon all these fallen souls. Do not leave me alone. Give me your mercy, please. They started begging. And immediately Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just delivered all the sins they had done throughout their lifetime. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took it on his own body. And they were delivered, and they became Jagadananda and Madhavananda, the great devotee of the Lord. Even Lord Chaitanya, he said that, since now anybody, if they consider Jagai and Madhai as sinner, all the sin will transfer to them. So this is the greatest mercy of Krishna. Not only, he just purified them. So this is the power of devotion. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma. Anybody coming in contact with devotees, coming in contact with Krishna, does not matter which background you are in, immediately purified. It's all about sincerity. When we take shelter of Krishna, Krishna is merciful. He forgives. Yeah? And this is another lesson we should take. We should also be forgiving, right? Like we take so many offenses, people committing any offense or any mistake, we just remember throughout our life, we never try to forgive them to those people. And it is mentioned in Bible even that if you cannot forgive, you will not be forgiven. If you not forgive, you will not be forgiven. So Krishna, he is forgiving. From time immemorial, so many lifetimes, so many mistakes we have been committing, not only towards other people, but towards Krishna himself. We have been envious for so many lifetimes, but Krishna is ready to accept us in spite of all these mistakes. Just he's waiting for us. The moment we say, Krishna, I am yours, please excuse me, he will excuse us, he will accept us. So we should also forgive others, because this place is a place of mistakes. So anybody committing mistake in our life, we should forgive. Forgiveness is a great quality of a devotee. Being grateful, being forgiving, forget and forgive. So these qualities will help us to develop love for Krishna. If we are not forgiving others, then it's very difficult. So a person, what is saying, attains lasting peace when we take shelter of Krishna, when we are purified in Krishna consciousness. We achieve lasting peace, not temporary peace, mental, intellectual peace. No, lasting peace, which is forever with us. And Krishna in 5th chapter, verse number 29, he is saying, Bhuktaram yagatapasam sarvalokam maheshwaram suhidam sarvabhutanam gyatva mam shantim vakshati. Who can be peaceful? Who can attain peace? Only the person who understands that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. He is the cause of all causes. He is master of all universes, all the demigods. Yes, and he is Suhrida. Suhrida means he is the best friend of all living entities. When we accept this about Krishna, then we attain lasting peace. And also there is one reason why Krishna devotees attain lasting peace. Mukti, Bhukti, Siddhi, Kami, Sakale, Ashant. If somebody is after Mukti or some kind of Siddhi, Siddhi means some kind of perfection, material achievement, Siddhi, Mukti, Bhukti, Bhukti means somebody is after sense gratification, material gain, sense gratification. So Mukti, Bhukti, Siddhi, Kami. Kami is, hardcore materialistic people. they can never be in peace. They can never attain peace. Why? Because they have desire, expectation, material desire, different level of material desire, but they have desire. And that's why they are ashant, they are never peaceful. But Krishna Bhakta Shant. Ataiv, Krishna Bhakta Nishkam, Ataiv Shant. Krishna's devotee, they are desireless. What does it mean? Desirelessness, we have discussed it. Anybody would like to say? What is desirelessness? Krishna's devotee, do they not have any desire?
Desire.
Have.
Desire.
Huh?
Desire for Krishna.
Yeah, their desire is only Krishna.
To please Krishna.
To please Krishna, to serve Krishna. They don't have any material desire. So, to please Krishna, they try their best. If they are successful, they are happy. If they are not successful in that endeavor, then also they are happy because they know that Krishna does not want this at this point of time, and that's why he is doing like this. But they do their best. So this is also a good point to be stress-free. I was just saying one lecture. 3 points if you want to become stress-free. Just remember 3 things Krishna is teaching in Bhagavad Gita. So in between I'm just giving this message. How we can become stress-free always. So the first point is expectation. 2.47 he is saying, Karma niyamadhikarasti ma phaleshu kadachana. What does it mean? He is saying don't expect. If you are attached with the result, you will always be frustrated because you are not in control of the result of your action. There are different factors which is working. So do your best and leave on the God rest. That is the first formula Krishna is giving. So you can do your job, but you are not in control of the result of your action. So why do we attach with that? Because if you have that attachment, sometimes you may get, sometimes you may not get. So if you get it, there will be a different thing. You will desire more. And if you do not get it, then that will lead to frustration, anxiety, or enviousness. So that's why Krishna is saying, don't be attached to the result of your action because that is not in your hand. Second formula he is giving, that is Shreyan Swadharmo Viguda. Do not compare yourself with others. Be yourself. Because when you try to copy, compare and compete with others, then you become stressful. Why people are in stress? They try to compare with others. They try to become something else. But Krishna is saying, no, don't try to become something else. Be what you are. Find out your nature and be happy in that. It means do your best. Do your best. Become your best version. So then, otherwise, a fish, if a fish try to become a bird, will it happen? Never. But a fish is expert in swimming. If a fish try to climb a tree, that is never going to happen. So be your best version. And the third point he is saying, that is prioritization. Understand the purpose of your life and prioritize your activity. Because of imbalance in life, because people do not know the goal, do not know the purpose, and they are engaged in so many such kind of activities which is not helping them to advance, or which is simply deviating, distracting, or not very, you can say like, not fulfilling. So one must be very much clear with a goal, higher purpose in life, and based on that, one should prioritize the activities. What is more important for me? Reading, hearing, chanting, association of devotees, these are the most important activities. Right? We should prioritize that.
Excuse me. They say that the Manusha Janma is Durlabham, and in this, since you are given the Manusha Janma with the grace of Lord, make use of this Janma itself.
Yes.
To attain the lotus feet of Lord.
Yes. So this we have to, that's why we are here spending so much time. Understanding the significance of this human form of life, understanding the higher purpose of this life, we should prioritize our activities. Because time anyway, it is going away, going on, right? So, so this way we can be free, we can attain peace, we can be free from stress and anxiety. And also he is saying, Kaunteya pratijanihi na me bhakta pravashyati. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes. Why Krishna himself he is not saying? He is not, he is asking Arjuna, go and boldly declare it. Boldly declare it means with drum and bugles. Just go and declare it that my devotee never perishes. Why he is asking Arjuna to do this?
Be fearless and let people know that devotee of Krishna is fearless and full of confidence that nothing will happen.
What other reason? Why he is asking Arjuna to do this?
You'll never let this devotee go wrong. You do.
Yes, this is the internal reason. See, Krishna, he can change.
You can change.
Though he does not, he is infallible, right? Krishna never changes. But because we have seen, if he promised to his devotees, then he will do it anyhow. Even if he will do in any situation, on any condition, he will do that. So that's why he is asking Arjuna, just go and declare it. My devotee will never perish. If we have taken shelter of Krishna, then Krishna will protect us in any situation. Yes, but of course we know that Krishna's protection, we have to have a deeper understanding of it. It's not that if we have taken shelter of Krishna, then everything externally, ultimately everything will happen in our favor. Whatever Krishna will do, that is in our favor. But externally, apparently, it may be different. Apparently, sometimes we may see so many problems coming in our lives, so many struggle coming in our life. But understand, anything, any situation, if it is helping me to reach or to come closer to Krishna, that is favor. So devotees understand this, that ultimately Krishna is helping in different ways. Sometimes he is favorable, or he makes the situation favorable. Favorable means, okay, apparently it is looking good, so nice, everything is going so well. And sometimes he creates so many problems. But the advanced devotees, they understand that this is Krishna's mercy, this is Krishna's trick. He wants me to help in a different way. Like Srila Prabhupada. Whatever he did, he started his business was failed. He tried so much in India, he got failed. Fail means, I'll not say fail. It was all, Krishna was preparing him. Krishna was preparing, Krishna was tasting, Krishna was making him stronger. Just imagine, somebody getting instruction from his spiritual master at the age of 24 in 1922. And he did so much. Business failed, so many things happened in between. But he never gave up that determination. Determination or his promise to his spiritual master to go and preach Krishna consciousness in the Western world. At the age of 75 years, he remembered. Not only remembered, he was trying his best at the age of 75. And he got the instruction at the age of 24. 24 is not very something anybody can forget anything. I mean everything, right? But he always remembered and he did his best. And not only that, so much struggle in India and even after in other countries, struggled so much. People try to, even will not go in detail, but even life-threatening challenges, even he was attacked by these hippies. I mean, they were in drunken situation. They tried to kill even Prabhupada. Everything, whatever he had, was stolen. But he never lose his determination. So, because he was seeing Krishna's mercy in all these situations, and that's why he never failed. He always tried his best to serve Krishna, and because of his endeavor, we have received this mercy in our life. So devotees, the pure devotees of the Lord, they have this understanding that whatever is happening in my life, that is Krishna's greatest mercy. Anything which is bringing me closer to Krishna, that is the greatest mercy of Krishna. If it is even maybe a very favorable situation, everything is going so nice in life, so many facilities, so much opulence, property, but if we are not able to remember Krishna, that is the biggest loss. One has to understand this. it's the biggest loss because everything material is temporary. So Krishna will speak about it. So now, let's go further. So Krishna will protect, like he protected, like you see the example will, like Pitama Bhishma. Pitama Bhishma is one example. He was in so much painful situation, but he was seeing Krishna's mercy, and he could see Krishna at the time of death. He could glorify Krishna at the time of death. That is the greatest achievement. That is the success. The death, life is a preparation for death. What kind of death? When you can remember Krishna at the time of death, that is the real success. Now, we will go to verse number 32. Mam hi partave pashitya yepi syu papa yonaya striyo vaishyas tatha shudra tepi yanti param gatim. O son of Partha, those who take shelter in me, though they be of lower birth, women, Vaishyas, Vaishya means merchants, and Shudras or workers, can attain the supreme destination. So this shloka is talking about what Krishna is saying. Who take shelter in me, though they be of lower birth. And especially the name.
No, Prabhuji, I don't want to
No, let me
say
just.
anything. But the point is, when this word is used, women as low birth, women, I mean, they are also producing a generation. So, I mean, if you say low birth, that would go to the generation also, and they are also coming from a generation.
No, let's understand actually. That's what I'm saying. Whenever you go to word, we go deeper into it to understand. Otherwise, because there are two ways to understand. One is just literal meaning, and one is going deeper into it and understanding what Krishna. Krishna is not here. The meaning. First of all, we are understanding the meaning of this shloka. This shloka is like anybody from any background, from any caste, means he is not discriminating. First of all, without any discrimination, anybody taking shelter of Krishna will be delivered. That is the essence of this shloka. Now, when it comes to comparison, so there are two levels of comparison. One is physical level and one is a spiritual level. Material level and a spiritual level. Understand this. Because everything we cannot accept blindly. We have to understand the essence behind it. So when it comes to a spiritual platform, a spiritual understanding, we all are soul. There's no discrimination. We all are soul, right? But when it comes to material platform, we have different body, different psycho-physical nature, different responsibility, right? So, and when it comes to Vedic system, so more of, if you see the classification is done on material platform for gradual development to a spiritual platform. Understand this. Why this? We know, we have already read. Why this classification Krishna has done in society, the social order, Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. First of all, we know that this classification is not based on birth. This classification is based on qualities for a better society. Because Brahmana is intellectual class, Kshatriya is administrative class, Vaishya is business class, and Shudra means worker class. These four categories of people is required to run a better society, right? So this classification is based on this. So based on mode of goodness, mode of passion. Also this classification we can see Brahmanas in mode of goodness, Kshatriya in mode of passion, right? Because they need mode of passion to act to do their duty. And Vaishya, business class, mercantile class, they are in mode of passion and ignorance. There's a mix of mode of passion and mode of ignorance. And Shudras, they are in mode of ignorance. So this is also the classification based on mode of goodness, passion and ignorance, right? So based on the particular gunas, they are given a particular responsibility. So we have to accept this classification. Just emotionally, if we say no, everybody is equal, which is going on. Because people do not know the essence, do not know the real purpose of this classification, and they say everybody is one at material platform. At material platform, if you start considering everybody is equal, a spiritual platform, everybody is equal. From a spiritual eye, everybody is soul. In everyone's heart, there is Paramatma. We should have that respect. We should have that kind of thought process. But at material platform, there is differences. There is some limitations. There is some purpose behind everything. So we must know that, and then only we can run a better society. Just emotionally saying everybody is one, so you can bring few lions, few animals inside the house. Can you do that? But lion, animal, because that soul is in animal body, their nature is different. So that's why this classification and segregation is there. Now the point is, first of all, we should have this understanding. When it comes to women especially, so here as I said, the essence is Krishna is not discriminating based on this, but essence is from any background, anybody coming to Krishna consciousness, coming or taking shelter of Krishna, he will be delivered, he will achieve the ultimate perfection of life. Now, again, we have discussed about it. When you talk about women, we will discuss from both of the angles, spiritual and material. We know that from material point of view, again, if you go into Vedic system, material, and again one point I'll raise so that we can have, one is general message and one is exception, that is called. So when somebody is in devotion on a spiritual platform, any devotional activity we are doing, that is devotional platform. And one is material platform, general platform. So when it comes to material platform, of course, it is considered in Vedic time, even the women, they were not participating much in Vedic study and all. Why? Because those Vedic literatures, that was in sutra form. Lots of intellect is required to understand that. Now, not only intellect I'll say, because this will again create why women are not intelligent, not like that. Understand? Not only intellect, but even, like I said, mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance, this is also a criteria. What happens? People in mode of goodness, especially Brahmanas, because they practice austerity, they practice renunciation, they are more into study of the Vedic scripture, so they consider the first class people, right? Similarly, based on mode of good passion and ignorance, people have some distance. They are engaged in, like Kshatriya, somebody in mode of passion, they are engaged in administrative activity. They cannot take the role of a Brahmana. Similarly, business class, because there is a mix of mode of goodness and mode of passion and mode of ignorance. So they can, like you see right now even in current situation, if you go to any businessman, you ask about Krishna consciousness, okay, please engage your time, please do some chanting, do this, do that. They will say, I can give some donation, but I don't have time for this. Because they have particular inclination, right? Similarly, people in ignorance, anyway, they don't have any inclination for spiritual study, right? So these are different categories of people. And when it comes to female body, so the female body, it is considered that much attachment to material desire is there. In general, I'm talking about. Understand this principle. Because female, generally, they have lots of desire. This is one thing. Now, coming to the second point. Understand this. In general, you will see, and if you examine sincerely, you will see this. You will see this.
Means प्रभु जी उसको question नहीं किया, question
No,
नहीं किया कि
let me
female
complete.
के आए तो
No, let me
किसी
complete.
male से-
I'm coming to the same point.
Majority of
Coming to the same point. This topic is required lots of understanding. Understand. Let's complete, and then you will come. You will have better understanding about it. Now, first point I said, in general, the women nature, because some attraction is there, desire is there. That's why I said again and again. If let's take very general example. If you see like the male person, if you were in your college time, like when you are alone, for example, I'm giving this example to understand this point. When you are alone, how much arrangement you need at home? When you are alone, personally I'm telling you, when I'm alone, whatever is the situation, the house situation is there. Even for 1 week if I'm there, no disturbance is going to be there. Everything is just like that.
Or is it scattered?
The
all over place?
moment you get wife, children inside the house, every day lots of cleaning is required, lots of arrangement is required. This is just a vague example I'm giving you to make you understand that the moment family is there, lots of arrangement, lots of things required. But I'm just giving a vague example to understand. But coming to the point, now spiritual. One is material aspect, and these are that's what I'm saying. What is reality we have to accept, and that is, I'm saying, it's a general principle. Accept the general, let me complete, otherwise it will get deviated and distracted. General principle, whatever is there in Vedic scripture, and as per that only the system is made like that. When it comes to a spiritual platform, you see, like here also again you can see, women, because the kind of qualities they have, the quality, especially the simplicity, love, devotion, affection, even these qualities makes them more qualified to get the mercy of Krishna. So now the point is, it's not just, one is our physical situation, which is at the beginning, whatever is the situation. I got a female body, I got a male body, I got an animal body, or maybe some other birth, caste, country, whatever is the beginning point. Based on that, of course, some differences are there. At physical plane, differences are there. But now, the moment we understand our spiritual identity, the moment we follow the process, now we are not in that general category. Now, you are on a spiritual platform. And from that point of view, anybody having these qualities like simplicity, humility, affection, love, they get more mercy of Krishna. They attract the mercy of Krishna. Otherwise, you see why even now, even if you compare in most of the classes, the spiritual classes, you will see more of the women are there. And even Kunti Maharani being a woman, or Devahuti being a woman, and very exalted personalities. They're not ordinary women. So broad-minded they are. They are accepting the situation, because we have to understand the psychophysical nature of this body. It's not some competition. It's not to degrade somebody. It's not to compare. Krishna is not comparing. For Krishna, everybody is a living entity. It's a soul. It's a part and parcel of Krishna. Krishna is not making that classification of discrimination based on this body. But being in this material world, we have a specific body, and there is a specific psychophysical nature of that body. So we should accept that, and based on that, from whichever position we are in, from wherever we are, we have to advance. Now we don't have to be stuck up over there. Okay, now I'm this, how can I? So point is understanding the beginning point and how I can progress now. That we should see. So this, any body means I'm talking about this physical, pros and cons is there. Like male body, they are very logical, right? And female body, they are considered emotional part is more there, right? So if you see from this point of view, one way people can take it negatively, because they are emotional. Emotion is not negativity, it's a power. But how you utilize it, where you utilize it, that is what you have to understand. Real intelligence is not doing some logical calculation and finally going away from Krishna. Sometimes people are logical, but they are not accepting Krishna. That is the biggest loss. But if being emotional, being affectionate, being simple-hearted, if I am able to come closer to Krishna, that is the biggest achievement. That is success, right? So let's take it from that angle, because only material calculation will not help us understand this topic. Because that mental calculation or the egoistic competition will always be there. Why? I'm in a female body. Why somebody is saying that I'm low birth, low born? No. We don't have to have that mentality now. Because there are so many factors behind that. Maybe desire, material desire. And if you go deeper into it, you will understand more. Anybody thinking of women, next life they get of women. Anyway, I'll not go much deeper into it, but the point is, based on 2-3 angles I told you. One is mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. One is, yes, the desire, attachment, and physical, psychophysical limitations, and also the
एक question.
yes.
Just because men are able to read scriptures and women are more attached to their children, to their husbands, to their household, and are not able to read scriptures that much. But is that the only criteria
No.
for being good above birth
No.
or no birth?
From material angle, from material point of view, that's what I'm saying again and again, that if you take it, first of all we have to decide on which platform I'm talking about. When you talk about a spiritual platform, devotion platform, the whole Krishna's pastimes we are seeing, anybody, does not matter how much knowledge he is having, how much austerities somebody is doing, how much opulence, how much big projects, but only simple-hearted, pure-hearted people, they attract the mercy of Krishna. So devotees, either male or female, if we do not have love and affection for Krishna, we are not engaged in loving devotion to Krishna, we won't be able to attract mercy.
One more thing, apart from Brahmanas, women of every other caste, women as compared to men, pray more. My mother used to pray for 2 hours every day.
No, again, I'm telling you that don't go and get on birth basis. That's why I made it clear that it's not birth. Anybody in a Shudra family can take, no, a Brahmana can take birth. It's all about qualities.
Moreover, qualities, and that only I'm saying, in everybody has an individual
Yes,
quality.
yes.
But when a man Vaishya compared to a woman Vaishya, when a man is a Vaishya and his wife is also Vaishya,
That's what happened. Again, you're going to on the basis of birth. You compare. Forget about this. Forget about who is taking birth in which family.
Quality, you are saying that
Quality.
a man can be a Vaishya and a woman can be a Brahmana by quality.
Yes. Anybody, even in Vaishya family, if somebody, see, what is the quality of a Brahmana?
That he,
Quality of a Brahmana.
devotional service he is engaged in.
So there are,
He's
they are
engaged
in mode of
devotional
goodness.
service. That is the major thing. Yeah.
Sorry?
He's engaged in devotional service, Brahmana. and
No,
Scripture.
those devotional service is a different platform. Now you like what we are doing is devotional service. This Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, this is Varnashram system.
Of course.
This is just to bring you on a human platform. This is not devotion. Understand? Even most of the people in this time of Kali Yuga, they are not at human platform. They are engaged in sinful activities. So that is not human platform. Human platform is when you are in mode of goodness.
So the Brahmanas in particular are supposed to be in the mode of goodness because they are.
Because that is conducive atmosphere. That is a platform where from you can raise yourself to a spiritual level, a spiritual platform, right? So these few things, whenever we do any kind of comparison, we always remember that the classification in society is on physical platform, is on not on a spiritual platform, right? And every individual, they have their limitations. And the system is made for a better way of life. It's not to compare that what I am doing, what you are doing is best, what I am doing is low. It's not that. If we know the purpose, then we will be very much clear with anybody and everybody, like 5 fingers in hand. These are different sizes, right? And somebody, if we start comparing why I am like this, why I am like that. These 5 fingers, they have different roles and responsibilities. Together, they are fulfilling one purpose. Similarly, a family means where husband, wife, children coming together. So they all have different roles and responsibilities. The system is made like that. So when we understand the higher purpose, and then these differences will not be there. If we forget about that difference, if we forget about that higher purpose, then we will keep on fighting on these differences. And that too on a wrong platform. That too on a wrong platform. Like right now, equality. That is a wrong way of calculation. In the name of equality, that male and female both are equal. So that equality is never ever going to be possible. Because both body Psychophysical nature is different. What man body can do, maybe even if we are artificially, if we try to do that, understand this point, this is very important. Maybe technology is advanced and you artificially, with the help of technology, with the whatever, you try to do that. And what is happening? Most of the female even, they try to become man. They try to act, they try to behave like a man. If anybody is psychology student or psychologist, will tell you, if you try to become something else, you can externally change yourself, but internally you will never be happy and peaceful. You will never be happy and peaceful. Even psychologists, they say that most of the female, if you see them working like a man or acting like a man, it means they have been very much dissatisfied in their life. Or there has been some kind of abuse. Means so many reasons they give. They have been very much dissatisfied in their personal life, and that's why they try to become something else. But the point what I'm here to tell you that if we do not understand the real purpose and support in that purpose, then whatever we may do, but we will never ever be happy and satisfied. That's why the Vedic culture, they are not to discriminate, to degrade or to compare, but to make a better system so that everybody can live happily and achieve the ultimate perfection. So this topic anyway will take more time, but let's quickly complete today. So,
But I would like to tell you that in Vedic culture, especially the most important portfolio was given to a lady only.
Yes.
Lakshmi, Saraswati, Shakti, Parvati.
this we have
Radha,
discussed many
all
times.
these things, no?
Why even Krishna in 10th chapter when you go, the good qualities.
Most of the important.
I just want to know one thing. Has Krishna said it in so many words that woman is lower born than man? I mean, I don't believe. I mean, has he
Again,
said
let me, after this class we can discuss it. Let's
We will
conclude
discuss
this.
this separately.
Because again, if you have wrong platform, and based on that wrong platform, if you keep on discussing, you will never reach to the
And
conclusion.
based on qualities, who says whose quality is much better than the woman's quality, or a woman's quality is much better than a
Now
man's
you're getting the
quality?
point, what I'm willing to say. Which quality is good and which quality is bad? You tell
Who
me.
will decide? I mean,
No, that's what I'm saying. On what basis you decide a good quality or bad quality? You tell me.
I will decide if it does not injure anybody, it does not make anybody sad, my quality.
Any quality, anything that you decide good or bad based on your goal. Based on your goal. If you want to go somewhere, and based on that you decide which vehicle is going to help you, which is good, which is bad, right? So if you know the goal, that's what I'm discussing about. That if you understand the purpose of
Yes.
society, if you understand the purpose of family,
Of human life.
What the
Of human life.
Everybody is complementary.
then
Male and female are
then
complementary.
these
We're not
then
competing against each other, we are complementary.
then people will not fight in the name of male and female. Then they will understand every individual is made for a purpose.
It's
Every
a very,
individual's
very,
quality is
very,
made for one.
discussion is very, when you say it is complementary, yes it is.
It's complementary.
But even
That's
then,
what
when-
Prabhuji said.
Prabhuji
Let's
said-
conclude this so that because this one shloka is there.
This slope is very controversial.
No, it's not controversial. It's very easy. That's what I'm saying. If you just, with a broad mind, just try to understand. Don't go on the word. This word, let's say in a different way. I'll make it more easy. Like Brahmana, Vaishya, Sudra, women. This is just.
कैटेगरी दिया है तो क्षत्रिय होना चाहिए था because this
Let's not.
especially this-
That's what I'm saying. Ki this, if we try to do that way, then it is, of course, what you are thinking. But when we get education, it's like I had given this example that when we hear, like we are hearing about, hearing from Krishna, then we should try to accept things as it is. Otherwise, what will happen? We will become choosy. What I like, I will accept. What I will not like, I will not accept. Then that will not complete the purpose. So, of course, we have to develop a right understanding. Maybe because we may have a particular conception, and that is not easy to break. That is very true. Anybody, even when I heard about it, it's not easy. The first sloka in Chanakya Pandit, in first chapter we were reading about Chanakya Pandit said, Istriyo Vaishyasa, what is that? Vishwaso to na jayate, Vishwaso na jayate, something like that. He should not.
Women are more compassionate, so we can be easily fooled. So
No,
that's the
those are all
understanding.
different angles. I had explained it.
When was it written? I mean, which
That is
year?
personal question we will take, because
I mean,
all these are
I-
old
I
students. We
understand
have already
in
discussed so
this
many
way-
times.
I understand in this way that we are, engaged in domestic chores, so we cannot be, so much involved in, getting Krishna consciousness and all that.
Who
Because
said like that? Come on, don't contemplate. Let me complete this. Don't contemplate.
Maybe that is the
It's,
reason he's saying
that's what
that.
here, first of all, we see that anybody from any background, even most, a person who is mostly ghostly, he is engaged in abominable action, he is getting mercy of Krishna. And you're saying that somebody engaged in household activities will not get the
Maybe that is why
mercy.
he's saying that we cannot put that
Forget
much
about
work
it.
into,
It's very simple.
मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि वुमेन अगर घर में भी काम कर रही तो भी वो कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस में जा सकती है।
Actually, I'm
अगर
just-
वो खाना बना रही है तो भी
वो तो जा सकती है, मैंने शायद इसलिए बोला।
Let's-
इसलिए मैं भी
शायद
कहता
इसलिए
हूँ,
बोला।
मत लाइए।
आप लोग सुनते नहीं बने।
प्रभु जी 33 श्लोक नंबर 33
I will come. But again and
प्रभु जी
again.
एक बात है,
हाँ.
the fault lies in our education system now. The young girls are not taught this all this Vedic knowledge. ये भगवत गीता को इंट्रोड्यूस नहीं किया स्कूल में, और स्कूल में कहते हैं इक्वल इक्वल इक्वल। आप 20 साल की अगर की लड़की ये स्टेटमेंट पढ़ेगी विदाउट सम
Yes.
बैकग्राउंड, सो दैट पर्सन विल गेट फ्यूरियस।
Yes.
मुझे लगता है ये जो वर्ड इक्वल है ना, वही
नहीं, नो
difference
बर्थ का,
निकालना
नो
चाहिए।
बर्थ का, मैं नो बर्थ वाला स्टेटमेंट कह रही हूँ।
Whatever. That's what
या
I'm
तो
saying.
मतलब बैकग्राउंड होना चाहिए ना, बचपन से ही हमें पता होना चाहिए।
You just
मुझे
imagine.
लगता है the first sentence is different, second sentence is different. Don't
Agreed, agreed.
नहीं, first sentence में lower birth अलग हो
प्रभु
गया।
जी श्लोक
अभी
नंबर
Now-
33
now I will-
श्लोक नंबर 33
Even-
प्रभु जी, हाँ, we'll continue, sorry, sorry.
Now here you see, why do only women? You see here even Vaishya business class, are they lower? What is lower and upper? In which sense you say lower and upper?
If you are a good human being, you are upper.
No, if we compare to Brahmanas, they are in mode of goodness. So lower than that, mode of passion, mode of ignorance is lower. How do we compare lower and upper? Lower means what?
हम लोग में मोड ऑफ गुडनेस बहुत ज्यादा है।
Lower means what? If we take it from that point of view, see, where any comparison, that's what I'm saying. Comparison, this comparison, especially when Lord is making this comparison.
That is what is.
And what you people are contemplating and saying, let me complete, because I might have different understanding, but I'm telling you, just imagine Prabhupada, when he was in America. Here we are talking in India, even some Vedic culture is there. And in America, when he was speaking about all these things, and so many people, even today, so many followers, when they try to make commentary on this, and they also feel the same what you are saying, that let's replace this word. And Prabhupada never compromised. He said no. He was in America. He never compromised. What is, first of all, we have to accept the reality. And now understanding that reality, again and again I'm trying to make you that only understand that it's not about comparing to degrade or to show somebody low. The purpose is not that. Because of whatever reason, and we know that how we get body. Body is not your, means why we get the body of a human being, body of a other living species, why we get? Based on our desire, based on our action. This is what we are reading from Bhagavad Gita. It's not by chance, a particular family, a particular body. This is based on a specific desire, a specific action. And every body has some limitation. Or limitation in what sense? To achieve a particular goal. But again I said, there is a general principle and there is a exception. Or like women, if they have a spiritual understanding, if they are engaged in devotional service, you cannot compare that woman to a general woman who is simply engaged in hardcore materialistic activities. So that women, even men, I'll say men also, every man is not equal. When we say men are intelligent, so many foolish men, they are engaged in so many hardcore materialistic activities. Are they intelligent? So one is material, physical differences, limitations, and one is a spiritual way of understanding. So if you take on a spiritual understanding them, anybody who is not having this understanding that I am soul and part and parcel of Krishna, he is a foolish person. He is the lowest of mankind. Somebody engaged in ghastly activities, not knowing the purpose of life, he is lowest of mankind. And the first word, if you see, Pap Yoneya means what? The lowest of. Even there are fifth category, Krishna is saying. Pap Yoneya. Not only even.
मोह ज्यादा होता है
कौन सा?
मोह अपने बच्चों से, अपने घर से, इसलिए से
Okay,
ज्यादा
that's fine.
as compared to a man is very detached. That is what I feel.
Okay, let's quickly go through. And be regular, everyone.
चलो आगे चलते हैं आगे.
Now, so first, just take this point that without any discrimination, Krishna is saying that anybody from any background coming or taking my shelter, he will be liberated. Then imagine about those people. Kim punar brahmana punya bhakta rajarshaya tatha anityam sukham lokam imam prapya bhajasvamam. How much more this is so of the righteous brahmanas, the devotees and the saintly kings. Therefore, having come to this temporary miserable world, engaged in loving service unto me. Actually, the shloka which I was supposed to discuss in detail today, that is the last verse. And for last 2 sessions it is happening. We are trying to conclude this chapter, but and again, our purpose is not to conclude. So now understand. So Krishna is saying, those people, those different categories, if they are taking shelter of Krishna, they are getting mercy. What about those who are deliberately, dedicated, they are engaging in themselves in service of Krishna, like devotees, saintly people, brahmanas? Will Krishna not reciprocate with them? Do we have any doubt that if we are deliberately, with conscious, we are putting so much effort, chanting the name, reading about Krishna's words or all these things, so Krishna will surely reciprocate with us. He is promising that. He is doing that. So, and now conclusion of this chapter, what he is saying there. So now with this understanding, he is saying, Anityam asukham lokam imam prapya bhajasvamam. So anityam asukham. What is this? Like, this is the definition of material world. You remember what is that definition he gave earlier? Dukhalayam ashashvatam. The same word, the same he is repeating over here, that this world is anityam, temporary, and asukham. Asukham means there is no happiness. It's a place of misery, right? So he's saying that, therefore, having come to this temporary miserable world, somehow or other, because of any reason, we have come to this material world. This is also related to our discussion which is happening. So now, whatever is the reason, we got some body, we came to this material world, whatever is the situation, now we don't have to fight on that. Like Srila Prabhupada used to give example. If there is fire in your house, what will you do then? What will you do the first thing? If there is fire,
Water.
Run out of the house.
so first of all, you will protect yourself, right? You will not sit down over there and inquire where from this fire took place. We will run fast. So whatever is the reason, now we are in this material world, and Krishna is saying this is anityam, asukham, this is a place which is temporary, which is a place of suffering. So we don't have to just sit down here, no, why this, why that. Better. But Krishna is saying, have faith that Krishna, we may not be able to give you that much explanation, that much conviction, but have faith in Krishna that if he's saying something, that is truth, that is absolute truth. If we accept it and take shelter of Krishna, then we will achieve perfection. And that's why otherwise we will keep on wasting our time and dragging our consciousness in small things. So he's saying what we have to do? Bhajasvamam. Bhajasvamam, engage in loving service unto me. Forget about all these things. What we are not. If we have so much attachment, no, why, okay, if I got to know that I'm female and that's why, Next life, let me become man.
Yeah,
What is the use of that? What is- Huh?
more loving? Men have also become
So,
more and
what
more
is the use of that body? Now, on a spiritual platform, we have to understand that how fortunate we are, either in male body or in female body. We got this Krishna consciousness. We got that process. We got the purpose of life. Otherwise, people leading meaningless life. No purpose. So, we are so fortunate. And what we have to do to achieve that ultimate perfection, and that is the essence of this 9th chapter and the essence of the whole Bhagavad Gita. And the same shloka with few words, changed words, Krishna will speak at the end of this Bhagavad Gita. So now today you're getting, that is saying, Manmana bhava madbhakto matyaji mam namaskuru mame veshyasi yuktvaevam atmanam matparayana. Engage your mind always in thinking of me. That is the first act. Engaging your mind means Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna has a form. He is beautiful, lotus-eyed, having flute in his hand. So this beautiful form, always remembering Krishna, thinking of Krishna, understanding that Krishna is the source of, he is the cause of all causes. So in this way, always remembering Krishna. Become my devotee. So become my devotee means taking shelter of Krishna. Taking shelter of Krishna. And offer obeisances. Offer obeisances to me. Obeisances means, again, surrender. So it's a kind of engagement of body, mind and heart. One is mind level. Mind, we can always remember, we can always think of Krishna, glorify Krishna. And worship me. Worship means, like we know, doing some archana, archa vigraha, seva, worshipping Krishna, offering obeisances to Krishna, remembering Krishna. So one is at the level of mind, one is at the level of body. Means with the help of body we do some seva, right? And this way means engaging body, mind and intelligence, full surrender. We serve Krishna. And being completely absorbed in me, surely you will come to me. So if this way, if we lead a life fully absorbed in Krishna consciousness, with our body, with our mind, with our intelligence, or we will say with our heart. Body, mind, heart. Body, initial stages, we may not have that much desire, but we can engage our body. Physically, we can serve Krishna, like going to the temple is service, or doing some kind of seva, or that is service. Or at home, if you're doing some archa vigraha seva, some aarti or cleaning of the temple, this house is a temple. So that way, engaging our body in Krishna's service. And mind, remembering Krishna. And yes, engagement of our heart and soul, that is loving devotional service, chanting, reading, hearing in association with devotees. So this service will attract the mercy of Krishna. And that is what our natural constitutional position, service. And right now, maybe in material world, that service is misdirected. We are serving maybe different extensions, serving our mind, our senses, our egoistic or materialistic desire, or we are serving family, we are serving society, we are serving nation, we are serving the whole world. But this is just an extension of the same selfish desire. This topic again will take me into different discussion, but understand this point also. A spiritual platform and material platform. If you have that material consciousness, I and mind consciousness, even if you are serving your family, you're serving your society, you're serving your country, but if it is based on I and mind consciousness, that is again material. Simply extension of my material desire, extension of the same desire. Because, so this topic I'll discuss later because it will get into, because this is very, very important. Sometimes we think that, oh no, I'm not selfish, I'm serving my family, I'm serving my society, I'm serving my nation, I'm not selfish. Understand. This is again material, but the extended version of the same material desire. If I'm serving based on material consciousness, I and mind, so that kind of service, what happens? As long as other person is fulfilling my desire, I keep on serving. The moment other person is not going according to my way, then I become envious, I become furious, I start hating that person. I stop my services. That is material consciousness. Yes? And also material consciousness is very limited. When we are working on this kind of course, it is better than the personal selfish motives only. Somebody is working, serving family, society, and all that is better. The more we extend our service attitude, this is very important point to understand. The more we extend our service attitude, that will bring more fulfillment, inner peace in life. If you are just centered, self-centered, you will have so much stress, anxiety. If you extend your service to your family, to your parents, to your family, to your society, the more you extend, the more fulfillment and satisfaction you get. And the topmost service, when you extend your service, and when you go to the topmost service, who is the topmost? Krishna is the topmost. And good part is, when you go at that level of service, topmost level of service, rest everything is included in that. When you say state, district is already there within it. So when you say Krishna, when you say God, everything comes under Krishna. So the approach, we should have this God-conscious approach. First, we should learn how to love God. And when you are loving God means now you are on a spiritual platform. And then when you serve others, that service is not based on I and mine. That service is based on compassion. That service is based on love, because then you see everyone from the eyes of Krishna, that everybody is part and parcel of Krishna, and this is my duty to serve. And that will be based on love and compassion, and that will give you fulfillment. Otherwise, on material platform, it does not matter how much big activity we do for the society even, but inside, externally we may be a good person, but inside, because the person is materially motivated. He is doing for his name, fame, glorification. No, this is not a spiritual platform. The person will always be dissatisfied. So peace is only there, satisfaction is only there, fulfillment is only there when we work for higher cause. And the supreme cause is Krishna consciousness. Thank you so much. I'll stop here. Please.
Prabhuji, I know some people, they never go to temple, they never do any aarti,
Yes.
never do any puja, they don't have temple in their homes also. But they're extremely good human beings.
Yes.
How will you describe these things?
Yes.
They're not doing any chanting also, maybe they don't believe in God.
Yes. So first of all, we have already discussed this. Good question. They are good people, right? But if you go through from external point of view, they are good people. They are good behaving people, and that is good. At least being a good person is good, right? At least they are not harming anyone. Huh? But if you see from a scriptural point of view, a spiritual point of view, first of all, I'll explain a different angle. Like you said, if you say that they are not believing in God at all,
Yeah.
so the clear description in Bhagavad Gita, anybody, does not matter how much good that person is, if he is not having faith in Krishna, Krishna means not having
God.
faith in God,
Yeah,
then that person is known as atheistic person,
Yeah.
Gnostic person, one who does not believe in God. So,
but they can be good people.
so
They
that's
can
what
be
I'm
good
saying.
human beings.
So that kind of goodness, if you go deeper into it, you will see even Hiranyakashipu, Kamsa, Duryodhana, they were very good people for the general people. They did lots of good activities. But why Krishna is saying these are atheistic people and they are not good? Because their goodness is based on time, place and circumstances. They are good as long as you are good with them. They will become bad based on time, place and circumstances because they don't have that God consciousness. All these big people, like the person who, and just one example I'm giving, somebody who developed an atom bomb. Was he a bad person? Somebody started with a good intention, but what is happening? So from that angle, maybe my goodness, I'm a good person, I'm doing something, but if I do not know what is good for the society, and that is creating something wrong, so ultimately that is wrong.
Sorry, one more thing. On the contrary, some people they chant, they do puja every day, they are very close to God, they are
Yes.
doing mala, everything, but they are not doing good acts and they are not.
Now again, we have to see the angle. What is good in my eyes? Sometimes we see good from our eyes. We will discuss about it. Okay, what I consider good. I think that okay, means because generally what we see devotees. First thing I say, if somebody is in spiritual practices, if he is not having good, that is one point. A devotee must behave good. A devotee must do good, behave good, set good example. That is true. But your question, the second point is, what is good? First of all, we have to know that. Then we will be able to understand whether the person is doing good or not. So I will discuss with you after this class.
Okay, thank you.
So let's. Thank you so much.